Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincey and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Quincey.
And you're the host, Justin.
Really quick, you are recording the audio version.
I sure am.
Just wanted to make sure. I didn't see that part come up.
Yep.
We hopefully can make it through the stream. We seem to be having a bit of a frame rate issue, but we're hoping to make it through.
Yep. I mean, if not, the audio version will be on Spotify soon enough.
Yep. So
And everywhere else.
See how it goes. Alrighty, let's start with what we're drinking this week. We made another trip to Royal. We have no camera.
Today's a good day. Today is a god dang good day. Keep going.
All right. Well, we made another trip to the Royal Coffee. What is it? Royal Coffee Roasting Co. And you got a toasted marshmallow s'more, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. And I got the Noble, which is a combination of two things I don't like in my coffee, or two things I kind of just don't like: mocha and sea salt. But this came out pretty well.
Wait. So it's no caramel in there?
Oh, sorry. Sea salt caramel and mocha. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not big on the whole sea salt thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to the mocha side of things, I know everyone's like, but it's chocolate and coffee. You should love those two things. I do love those two things. But I don't enjoy mocha. I don't know what it is. I'm not a fan of mocha.
I mean, you've already pounded out half of it,
About half of it, yeah.
And me, I'm like, I sip on my coffee.
Yeah, you can't handle it.
I cannot. And
So
looks like we're not doing.
do I need to unplug and plug back in because the light's not even on it?
It is.
Oh,
That's why I'm like,
I'm
but yeah,
sitting
go
right
ahead.
here. I can't see it.
But yeah, go ahead. Unplug it, plug it back.
What?
OBS crashed. We are professionals here.
Yeah, just got that pop up. Okay, well, we will continue to record the audio version. There probably won't be a live stream.
I love this day. This day is great. All right, we're just gonna kick it right back into it. We're just gonna go live and just fly it right back in.
All right. So last week we watched AEW wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wrestling. Yeah, it works.
I'm out of frame. I am completely out of frame because you moved the TV. There we go. Well, there's also oh no, that's the box from Thicky Grind. Okay,
Yeah.
we are back.
Jesus.
Sorry,
Christ.
guys. So, if you want to see the nonsense that is going on, if you're listening to the audio version, you ever wonder about the nonsense or what our goofy mugs look like, our ugly mugs look like, you can jump on Twitch and check it out. We got past episodes there. You get some gaming every now and then, and you get Justin looking like he's ready to cry.
Everything was going straight forward, so nice. Then all of a sudden, one problem, another problem.
Yeah. Something I want to talk about real quick. We booted up OBS, and
Yes.
there's a new thing called where it says introducing safe mode.
Yes.
Prevent harassment, hateful messages, and chat spam from appearing on your live stream. And I gotta say, I absolutely love that. We have no audio.
Now we do.
All right, Goon let us know we had no audio on the live version. Sorry, it'll all be there for the audio.
This is just a cluster truck. We're sorry for the people who are listening to it later and going, man, this is entertaining.
Yeah, this is a weird one. Technology is against us. Is Mercury in retrograde? I swear, if it's in retrograde, I'm gonna be pissed. All right, so we're gonna start with AEW. Yeah, that's that's what we're gonna do. Last week we watched AEW. You've got the results up here real quick. How are you liking it so far? You're
Okay.
still pretty new to watching.
I am, and I'm bummed that I haven't really kept up with it because holy crap, I don't think there was a bad match the entire night. Like even the freaking cannon fodder that was a finale. It only ended in 2 minutes 19 seconds, but I was like, I was a little bummed. But I was like, ending off in like that high tier would have probably been too much. I'm glad they let us down a little soft.
I don't know. I thought it was a really weird main event.
Yeah.
I mean, Orange Cassidy versus Matt could have been the main event. The Lucha Brothers versus Jurassic Express. Oh, no, sorry. Varsity Blondes.
But, yeah.
That could have been a main event. Jimmy Hayter Britt Baker, all that. Or sorry, with Britt Baker against
Red Velvet.
Red Velvet. That could have been a main event. Eddie Kingston, John Moxley, Darby Allin going against the Wingmen in a 6-man and tag. That could have been a main event. The Gun Club, I would have even accepted more of a main event. It's nothing against Brock Anderson. It's nothing against Malachi Black. It was the fact that Brock's still breaking into the industry. You know he's going to lose. It's no question. Of course he's going to lose to Malachi. Malachi's been around longer. He's a bigger star. Yada, yada.
And he got screwed over super hard. So this is his up and comings where he finally gets to do what he wants to do in a company that lets him do it.
Yeah. And then you've got the fact that you knew it was only going to be a 2-minute event because they launched it with only like 2 minutes left of the show.
2 to 4 minutes.
So.
And the finale of it was him doing his creepy walk back and being intimidating. I'm like, that's cool, but you're right.
Literally anything else on this card could have been main event. It was a really weird thing to make that main event. I mean, normally you have 2 more established people, going longer for a main event.
Ooh, I got a piece of graham cracker. Ooh.
Oh yeah, it does have a graham cracker on top. I forgot about that.
Okay. For a person who does not like coffee, such as myself, that's actually really good. It's super freaking sweet. As soon as this podcast is going to be over, I'm going to be vibrating through that wall right there. I guarantee it.
I've always loved the Flash's ability to pass through things by shaking his molecules.
Yeah, just I will shake my molecules.
Which is one more reason why super speed would be one of my go-to superpowers.
Yeah, see, me, I'm one of those thinky types, so I want something to do with like brain. Give me like telekinesis or telepathy or something that allows me to work my brain.
All I need is either a healing factor or super speed. I'm talking healing factor like Wolverine.
That like in like an hour you're good.
Pretty much, yeah. The coming back from the dead type of stuff or super speed. Either one of those, and I'm golden. I can be a hero.
Deadpool comes in out of the acid, face melted off. I'm the Crypt Keeper. I got him.
So, real quick, we'll run down the card. Orange Cassidy defeated Matt Hardy. Lucha Brothers defeated Varsity Blondes.
Very good.
Jamie Hayter defeated Red Velvet.
A bit weird, but very good.
I like Red Velvet a lot, so I was a little sad with that one.
I was a little bummed out, too. Red Velvet performed spectacular. There was a botch toward the beginning of the match that I thought was going to make the match end a little quicker.
There was a bad botch that I was really worried about someone's safety because of, but they did it to themselves. No one else put them in danger.
Right.
Eddie Kingston, John Moxley, and Darby Allin defeated the Wingmen.
Good match. It took a long while before Darby decided to get in the ring. Like they kept tagging between Moxley and Kingston just over and over and over and over. And I was like, when Darby gets in, he's probably going to take up the pin. And I was like, drumming my fingers, waiting for Darby to hop in the ring. And then when he finally gets in the ring, I don't want to say he overperforms or overextends, but he does too much. Because everyone's already gassed or, they're liable to lay down and take the coffin drop or otherwise. And I'm like, that's cool, but he could have done a little bit more in the ring at the beginning.
I think they were trying to do a lot of the outside the ring stuff for the audience.
Oh, with Sting and all that?
Yeah, like there's a lot going on around the ring outside of it that we, watching on TV, don't quite get the full benefit
of. I believe, like, toward the very end of the match, before Darby even gets in the ring, you see fucking Sting stomping in the background.
Yeah, and you see someone running from him.
And I don't know. It was a very entertaining match, but I wanted to see more Darby because for someone who's only seen maybe 3 matches with Darby total, I would have liked to see more.
And Darby's great.
That's my fault.
And I love John and I love Eddie. And I'm really loving Eddie now because when Eddie first came over, he did this whole thing where he was mad at John and there was a lot of like long-winded promos and a lot of crying and just a lot of that. And then the matches just wouldn't really pay off. But Eddie's really come into what I wanted to see from Eddie here now.
Yeah.
So the next one being the Gun Club. It's always great to see Billy Gunn get back in the ring. And Austin and Colton are both amazing as well.
So something that AEW does that really got me and Lauren excited, I don't know about you, but me and Lauren excited is during their promos, during the one with, let's say, Christian Cage and Kenny Omega. Mm-hmm. Kenny Omega just said something offhanded. And it was, so you think you know me, huh?
Uh-huh.
And Lauren and I just lock eyes.
I mean, I got it too.
Yeah, but like her and I, that's one of our favorites. I still don't know about you, but I mean, we were.
I like him. Yeah, I mean, I don't like some of the things he's done in his personal life. Leave other dudes' wives alone.
Yeah,
yeah,
that should have been pulled away. But when we looked at each other, we were like, he can't be hinting at Edge because Edge is still signed by WWE.
Pretty big contract too.
But with the way COVID's been working, people have been breaking contract.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's not a good contract.
Right. I'm not going against that. But let's say with how Daniel Bryan broke away, and hell, even CM Punk let that cat out of the bag. Okay, because everyone in the crowd was doing the freaking yes chant, and he stopped the interview between him and commentator person. You know who, the one who's doing the question in the ring.
You're talking on AEW?
Yeah. When CM Punk came out the last time.
Tony Schiavone.
Thank you.
Schiavone.
Yes. And he asked him, what makes it up? And he was like, hold on. And then everyone's doing the yes chant, and he goes, you guys are a little early. That's not for a little bit. You know, and everyone lost their freaking mind.
Right, he said, that's not my...
that's not my gimmick.
That's not my gimmick. That's another guy's, or something like that.
Yeah, but he said, that'll be soon. He used the word soon.
Okay. But here's my issue with why I don't think Edge is leaving.
Oh, yeah?
It was a 3-year deal they signed him to.
Jesus.
With $3 million a year.
That's not bad.
I mean, that's a guaranteed $9 million.
On this day.
And at the time of the article I'm reading here from TalkSport, which was back in January, he'd only done 5 matches. So, I mean, getting paid $3 million, you've only done 5 matches throughout the year at that point. I mean, that sounds pretty nice.
Right.
That's not having to do a lot to make a lot.
Right.
And not that Edge can't, because he's talented, he's got the skill, he's got the physique.
When he came back for 2020's Royal Rumble, I was like, WWE has me. Like, I wasn't even thinking AEW. And then I saw all the people moving over. I saw Sting roll over. I saw Big Show roll over. You know, and I was like, AEW's got something. And then, I start watching the talent, and I start watching the actual matches and how much chemistry they have. And everything just felt so much more organic. Even the inorganic and the forced promos were very rough, but they were still very fun. Also, hello to everybody in the chat. Especially when you got Billy Gunn, Austin Gunn, and Colton Gunn all doing what they normally did.
And I'm not saying there's not a reason for him to go to AEW. I'm saying he's loyal to Vince because Vince is stuck with him. And I'm saying Vince is giving him a lot of money. So
right.
I'm saying I don't see him going anywhere else. But
maybe after the 3-year?
Maybe after the 3-year, yeah. And depends on how he's feeling, depends on what Vince offers him as a new one versus what someone else offers him. We'll see. Back to the results. So the Gun Club ended up defeating the Factory, which was QT Marshall, Aaron Solo, and Nick Camarado. I gotta say, Key and Peele have completely ruined me because every time I see the name Aaron, I want to say AA Ron.
AA Ron. Is there an AA Ron in the class?
And then the final match was Malachi Black defeating Brock Anderson with Arn Anderson at his side. That match was...
It says 2 minutes 19. That was 2 minutes flat. That 19 seconds was clout. Malachi doing his fucking... For those on the chat, you'll see it. It's just him doing his thing in the corner, just...
Yep, sitting there in the corner staring off.
And then, doing this.
Yeah.
And then, boom, gets into it.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know. It didn't feel like a main event to me. Even though I know it's not a pay-per-view, and so the main events are lesser, it did not.
It did not. It wasn't a finale, but with the card that you already had, it still was a very good show.
And then we've got tonight's show.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, actually, talk about the Jericho thing while I pull this up.
Oh, right. So about halfway through, Jericho came out to his music. The crowd exploded with his Judas, and he was yucking it up, but he also had that face of, time to hang it up kind of thing, because we've seen it many a times of people retiring, and we were all just kind of like bummed out because we know that he was going to be going on tour. Was it?
He's doing a Fozzy tour.
He's doing a Fozzy tour.
A lot of those dates match up with dates and locations match up with AEW stuff, though.
Right. So we don't know if maybe he'll do both, be one of those hard-working entertainment types.
I mean, he still kicks ass, and I really don't like the fact that they're going to do this god-awful, from the first time it was ever done, god-awful, to the fact that it's far beyond overused and just even more god-awful storyline of, if you beat me, I retire forever.
Yeah.
Crap.
I mean...
He said AEW, but still.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's stupid. It's an overused thing. It was crap the first time anyone ever did it. It's crap now.
Yeah.
I just don't like it.
It makes you be like, but then where's the stakes for the other guy?
Yeah.
Like, what does he get? Oh, he gets to keep his job? What? You're a COO. You can just pop back in the ring. Who cares?
Yeah, it's not a good storyline. I've never liked it as a storyline.
What is his position?
I'm not sure what he is. I know that Cody's one of the owners.
Yeah, Cody and the Young Bucks are both.
I don't know for a fact on the Young Bucks.
Really?
Or I'm not sure.
Oh.
I just know for a fact Cody is one of the owners.
Oh, okay. But even still, you have a few of the high-ranking wrestlers who are up there. Let's go with that.
I mean, the actual owner is Tony Khan and his dad.
Yeah.
But then there's...
But who initiates like all of this? Because I know there's...
Tony Khan's
Oh, yeah, I was right.
boss.
Professional wrestlers are collectively known as elite, are promotional inaugural contracted talents as both in-ring performers and executive vice presidents.
Okay.
So Kenny Omega, Young Bucks,
Cody.
and Cody are all like VPs.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool, because then you don't have just these suits that are saying, okay, this is how wrestling should go. You have people who actually wrestle saying this is how wrestling should be.
Yeah, so, and then it says, this also mentions Adam Page here, but I think that's just because he's considered one of the founders, because he was one of the first big names to it.
I mean, we've had a lot. So. I mean, the AEW is founded by a lot of old names that got kind of screwed over by like Ring of Honor or WWE.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Tonight's card, though.
Hit me with it.
FTR versus Santana and Ortiz.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Orange Cassidy, and that's possibly the end of one of the members of FTR, because he got badly injured.
Oh, he
got caught
the
on
tear.
Yeah, he ripped open his forearm, got caught on a piece of the ring, and actually ripped open his arm. And then, so he says he's actually still having issues controlling some of his fingers, so he may be done.
God damn.
So yeah, FTR versus Santana and Ortiz. Orange Cassidy versus Jack Evans with Matt Hardy in his corner. Jim Ross in-ring interview with Chris Jericho. Tony Schiavone sits down with MJF. The Elite versus the Lucha Brothers and Jurassic Express. So it's going to be Kenny and the Young Bucks, and then all their lackeys. And then Brian Cage versus Powerhouse Hobbs with Hook, which is Taz's son, in his corner.
A very small card. Is there more a blow or?
No, it looks like it's going to break them all down.
Okay, so it looks like they're going to be going the fucking full rounds then.
But you got to remember, we also got Rampage happening on Friday for an hour, and then we're leading into a pay-per-view on Sunday.
That's right. So gotta limit it down a little.
Yeah, you can't tire everyone out right before pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So.
Vince does it all the time.
And look at how gassed Vince's people are and how pre-recorded everything is.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, so Justin brought me some stuff to try.
Yes.
That is
big mode.
not showing up.
Here, I'm gonna
Glare. There we go. So it's the Kitkat fruity cereal. Now, I'm being warned. I'm not being warned. I was told.
Yes.
And this is what I'm worried about. That it tastes like Fruity Pebbles.
Yes.
I fucking hate Fruity Pebbles.
Oh. Oh no.
It smells like Fruity Pebbles.
It does smell like Fruity Pebbles. But this is one of my top 10 favorite candy bars of all time. The only downside is...
That tastes like Fruity Pebbles?
Yeah, it does.
It tastes exactly like Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah. But is it good?
It's all right. I can
Okay.
eat it, but I'm not going to like, oh my God.
Ooh,
Go out of my way, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, it has white chocolate, like the leche style chocolate with these little bits of cereal in it. It tastes so fucking good. And it's a limited time, so it's already gone by the time this will air, which sucks.
So I made Lauren a homemade key lime pie a while back.
Key lime pie. Okay.
And for some reason, it tasted exactly like Fruit Loops, which then made us realize we always knew Fruit Loops were one flavor.
Yeah,
We never realized they're lime.
Key lime pie? Yeah.
So, yeah, it was an interesting experience.
Now,
The other thing you brought me.
These are good, too.
Icebreaker Snow Cone, which is another limited edition.
Yep. So, I got a whole bunch of these. I got a whole entire case of the fruity cereal Kitkats. $2. I got a whole case of the Icebreakers. $2.90.
Okay.
So I got a whole bunch of good stuff out the door.
It smells exactly like a snow cone.
Yes, and I'm gonna have some too because these are fucking phenomenal. Not. I mean, I don't usually go out for mint or things that are like mint, but yeah, I can definitely mess with some of these.
That's not bad. Also, while we're talking about trying things, just so you know, the Voodoo Dew is back.
Voodoo Dew?
The Mountain Dew Voodoo.
Oh yeah.
So, all right, let's go ahead and get into some news.
All right, so first gaming thing, I'm going to give a warning. This thing is going to be bright.
We do
vibrant.
not have it on the screen.
I know.
Okay.
The first one is going to be bright, vibrant, so for those who have a little bit of shock toward the eyes, do look away just for a little bit, but we're going to talk about it all the meanwhile. So this one's called No Longer Human, and it is not afraid to be bright, vibrant, 4 colors maybe of like this stereoscopic white, bright pink on a deep blue. It is a lot of color, but at the same time minimalistic because of how many colors it is. Something tells me this game is going to cause headaches for a lot of people, both in difficulty and in just lights flashing all over the place. It looks good. Looks fine.
And a lot of these are coming from the results of Gamescom, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Some of these are just, oh, hey, Gamescom happened. We'll announce our stuff too, because that's what this one comes from.
So yeah, this is the new No Man's Sky update. Update, right?
Yeah, it is the new free update. They will never charge for any of their updates. I got this game at day one. I went in with low expectations because of the whole, we lost all of our stuff because of flood.
Or the flood.
And so I went in with low expectations. Wasn't disappointed because it was a space exploration game. They didn't lie about that. Mm-hmm. Then when I finally, got to a point where I was comfortable in saying, I got my $60 worth, I quit.
That is a bug.
That is a bug. You can fly on a bug.
So I didn't start playing No Man's Sky until it came to Game Pass. I played it for maybe an hour. I was like, this is interesting, and I never went back.
Yeah. Now there's like robot battles, combat, colonies, resolve disputes between like a Civil War style thing. You get like Mos Eisley style cities.
Yeah, so the new update is Frontiers, saying it's adding a new layer of content to the game with bustling towns full of NPCs for players to interact with, explore, and even run. They're also doing expanded base building and improved combat.
So, in base game, way a long time ago, the only combat you had was this like laser, and that was it. You didn't have like melee or anything of that sort. So seeing more added on to something that was already just so scarce and expanding it, making it better, giving more. Big thumbs up for me. I might go back because I still have my entire solar system that I have named completely. Mm-hmm. I want to know if I can find it again. Because they're continuously growing this universe, never-endingly.
Yeah.
So if I can find my old shit again because I played that on the PS3? No, PS4. And I would like to find it on the series and have a good old time in my old planets with the new technologies that I have. Soon. Well, oh no, I won't be able to because it's not my stuff anymore.
Yeah, it's all new.
Meh.
They're saying also that that you can oversee the settlements, which I find really interesting. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work with this game's mechanics, but it'll be cool to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably hop back into it. Not anytime soon, mind you, because I've been doing a lot on Destiny. Anytime you're down, Q, I guarantee it. I'll probably be on.
Cool. They're saying you can construct new buildings and accept new inhabitants. That's part of the being an overseer thing.
So it's just like colonizing, so to speak.
Kind of, yeah.
Like you see a settlement, and you say, "That's mine now. I want to make it bigger, better."
I captain now.
I captain now.
Oh.
A game I showed you called The Outlast Trials.
Is this the one? Oh no, this is the one where I'm actually slightly more interested in the past.
Right. So Outlast is a game where you don't really have much of a survival instinct. You run around, staying away from insane individuals who want to literally chop your pee-pee off. Verbatim.
Pretty much.
Verbatim.
If you don't believe us, go play Outlast 1.
This is called The Outlast Trials because it has that similar feel, but it's much more, to me, it seems much more darker and more interesting because I think it is up to a 4-player co-op where you have to get certain key cards from one point to another. It's procedurally generated, so everything is going to be unique. Every single run, so you're not like, I know where it is, I know where to go, I know how to get this to point B. No, everything is going to be unique. It is very gory and gruesome, and
also you get to do some fighting back.
you actually get to throw like smoke bombs and whatnot, kind of like Dead by Daylight style, where you don't get like to kill a big bad, but you get to stop them, stun them, get out of the way.
I was thinking closer to
On that mine, I don't know what that mine was.
Alien Isolation.
Yeah,
You make pipe bombs in that. You don't ever kill the xenomorph, but well, I mean, maybe by the end I never finished the game. But throwing the pipe bombs at her doesn't kill her. They get her to take off and leave you alone for a bit while you do your shit.
Yeah, I gotta do this puzzle. Okay, throw like 5 pipe bombs
I've been
behind you.
stuck in the same spot since I practically bought the damn game, and I just cannot get past it, and I just have not been back. It's just so frustrating.
It can be a frustrating game. The issue I always had with, because I always understood the AI of the alien, the problem I had was the androids. They would not go down with my shots. Then again, I was playing on hard difficulty, so that might have been my other thing.
Fun fact, the alien has 2 AIs.
Yeah, one for detection and one for wandering.
So you've got the one that controls the movement and whatnot. And the detection one, it's not so much detection as it actually already knows where you're at, but it can't directly tell the other AI. It has to give it clues essentially to get it to go, which is a really interesting concept and a hell of a lot better than the fucked up tether AI for Colonial Marines.
Oh God.
Mistype one word and break everything.
Yeah, and then do hash replace, and then you replace all of it all the way down.
So, all right, what we got next?
Next is you get to play as a giant in Giants Uprising. So Skyrim's Giants, where you bring down their club, you basically do Skyrim's...
Drop the hammer.
Yeah, you basically become Skyrim's space program. This basically allows you to live that thing, and with almost seemingly like Frostbite engine destructibility, you can just destroy everything. They know where you live, but you're gonna fight back. And as a giant doing destructive things, it seems like a straightforward premise, but I guess there's actually a very deep story underneath that talks about just a giant's fight for survival instead of a fight for just conquest. So I'm interested. Hopefully I'll see more gameplay later on. They showed a little bit in the Gamescom, so if you want to take a peek, go check it out.
I gotta say, that's one of the things that kind of disappointed me with some of these trailers that we had was there wasn't enough gameplay in them. A lot of them were mostly cinematic or fully cinematic, and it's like, pepper in a little bit of gameplay there.
Yeah, this one does. It's just, I'm showing the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. Shadow of the Colossus, but in reverse. Kind of. I can see this being a little bit Shadow of the Colossus to see. Did you finish Shadow of Colossus?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I did the HD remaster where they didn't bother to actually fix any of the bugs. They just made the game look nice.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they wanted.
This
Outbreak Island.
seemed odd.
Odd, but very cool.
I kind of felt like, what's the camera aspect in it? Because it's not like he's using it to be able to see. Like,
I think he's one of those that was like kind of like the island, not the island. There's a game where a plane crashes down onto essentially an island, and you're scavenging trying to find your son, and you have to like craft and build and do all the normal stuff, but at the same time you're kind of on a time limit to go save your son.
I just didn't get it because like this guy's like dealing with like rats and zombie type things and all these different things. Like right there, he's
What is
like
that?
taking photos of it and then hitting it with a lead pipe.
Respect the pipe.
It's like it's not Fatal Frame. You don't need to be able to see them in the camera until you've taken a photo. You can't hurt them for some reason.
Well, I mean, I think it was just a stunning mechanic.
That's weird.
Bear.
So yeah, Outbreak Island. I don't know. I'm
neutral,
iffy on this one.
Neutral. Give us a little more gameplay. Give us a little more story. Maybe. This one I'm very excited for. So Devolver grabs another hit. Sock showed this one to me, and I fell in love with it immediately. It is called Cult of the Lamb, and you play as a lamb that was getting ready for beheading. And as soon as that happens, you are forced into a pact, and you save those that were about to be beheaded as well, and they announce their trust to you.
So it's another Enter the Gungeon, Binding of Isaac style game, but with a weird cult you're starting and a world you're building.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. That's odd.
Oh, yeah, and anyone who wants to denounce you, you just kill them. You know, they don't believe in you. Fine, get rid of them.
Okay then.
It
Sounds very Devolver Digital, so I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And they're happy to be taken to the ethereal beyond. But Cult of the Lamb looks very fun, very colorful, even though it is a very dark message.
All right.
So Judgment, we haven't really got too much. I don't have too much on it as far as because I haven't played it. But Lost Judgment decided to slide in over at Gamescom, and these are a mystery style game set in the Yakuza universe and then some, because this is, I think, post Yakuza.
I vaguely remember us talking about this when it was still early on.
Yeah. You had the timer, and that was when it was going to be announced, and I forgot about it. I don't know about you, if you did or not.
I don't think I ever followed back up on it, no.
Okay. But even still, this is the extended story trailer for it, and of course, Sega being Sega does amazing work with faces and keeping everything to the T to make it look good. And so they of course have a murder mystery and a murder mystery case that I honestly am excited to see more of these murder mystery or just regular mystery style games where you play a rough and tumble style detective trying to break down this mission with you and your cohorts, you know.
Kind of being what is it called? I can't think of it. The one where you're calling for your son the whole time. Keep yelling his name.
Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain, but actually being a badass.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Goon played them, and he liked the first one. I mean, he played the entire Yakuza series except for, I think, maybe Dead Souls. So he's all caught up.
I'm still slowly working through them. It's one of those ones where because it's
Japanese.
Yeah, I can't have other things going on because otherwise I start missing the story.
Yeah, because I'm not saying it's an issue. I'm saying that you want to envelop yourself. You want to make sure that you're catching everything, and you're like me, that if something is over here, you want to have it. It's going to draw your attention.
It's not even so much that, because I can play other games that I'm invested in and not miss things. It's the language barrier. I have to be reading, and being dyslexic, if there's too much going on, it breaks it, and I just start missing it. Like, I cannot be on the headset with someone while playing a Yakuza game because I just miss either my conversation or all the dialogue, one or the other. Like I had to go back and like replay parts of the first or of Yakuza 0 because of me missing things by talking to people.
Fair
and
enough.
I'm missing the story.
Goon, in the chat, is Judgment a part of like the Kamurocho's story? Like, is it? Do you have that in that area? While you're answering that, I'll go over to where the date was. 9/24/2021. So we're literally less than a month away. 23 days? Yeah, 23 days away, which I'm excited for. And knowing Sega and their handshake with Microsoft, we might be able to get this sooner than we thought as far as for Game Pass, considering almost all of the Yakuza is on there. The only one that's not on there is Judgment. If it's attached, that is.
Good saying that the newer ones have an English dub, which I played Yakuza 0, which is still relatively new. I didn't think it had one.
There might be a mod. Like, I'm sure that someone worked super hot on it.
Yeah,
Because for PC version, though, that's the downside.
Yeah, I won't be able to do it on the console. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about 0 having a dub.
All right, Goon gave me the thing. The similarity in Judgment is the Yakuza story is just the clans themselves, no actual attachment. Okay. This one here, Thymesia. So I love my Dark Souls games. I love my dark and gritty, and I am here for a faster Bloodborne. Now, when you look over at me and say, "But why don't you just play Bloodborne?" Because I want this. I want this amazing, well-built world. Why is it running in 240p? Run that shit better. Thank you.
Oh, because it's trying to make it Bloodborne.
God damn. But I like this game. This game looks so...
Sorry, what is this again?
Thymesia.
Thymesia. Okay.
It has interchangeable weapon styles. It seems to be like it wants to be Bloodborne, but better. So I'm here for it. The landscapes have this kind of like Silent Hill look to it, and it's right around the corner. And look who made it.
Oh, Team 17.
Team 17, who did Worms.
Yeah. I think they got some other ones in there, but Worms is like their call to fame.
Yeah, that's their.
They were one of the ones that bought PT and then did nothing with it and just sold it.
Yeah, and now the ones who own it are still doing nothing with it. Sekiro, a little bit because of the what was it? Where was it? I think it was right here with the quick dashing and the dual blades. The da.
I do find this really interesting because, like we said, Worms, but also The Escapist, Overcooked.
Oh, didn't they do Blasphemous?
I don't know which one Blasphemous is.
Look for a guy wearing a huge fuck off helmet that looks like a bullet, front of a bullet. Yeah. Please tell me Team 7.
Nope. The Game Kitchen.
Nope. Publishers.
Oh, publisher. Oh, they were a publisher. Okay, yeah. They've been limited
So
to
okay,
games.
so they helped publish it, but they didn't develop it. Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. But I'm happy that I was somewhat correct. That parry with the sword. Let's take a peek. Oh, I missed that. Oh, that looked fucking clean. So a guy goes in with a spear strike. You just sidestep the spear, run off of his knee that's lunged forward, and you fucking knee him in the fucking face. That was fucking cool. Okay, I want this game. Excited for games now. Guess who's excited for games now?
Yeah.
What's up?
I was just backing it up to the date.
December 7th, and I'll have
December
it
7th.
in time for my birthday. Well, kind of. A little later.
All right, what's next?
Spine.
Yeah, this one looked weird.
This one does look weird.
It didn't really show me the game.
No, it didn't. So, here, I'm not going to go here. I'm just going to go spine.game. And hopefully it'll tell me a little bit more, because it seems like it is a hack and slash, but it also wants to point that it's first person, but it's also, no.
It mostly seemed like a person running around trying to get away from people and then jumping on them from higher up.
Yeah, it was like, haha, you got pranked, you got bamboozled, and like it looks cool. Like I love my neon cities, but it's a third-person shooter, and I'm like, is it? Because it looked first-person from their perspective. I'll wait until the gameplay trailer actually showcases itself. Yeah, it's the same trailer. So give us gameplay. Give me gameplay, because martial arts and being able to co-op tag team moves seems like a cool idea, but this tells us nothing. This tells us nothing of the story. This tells us nothing of the gameplay. This just bothers me. It doesn't give us anything, but it looks cool. That's it. Now this one is a beautiful, maybe 64-bit 2.5D style platformer shooter called Nazar, Son of Man. And the very first scene of the trailer is literally your main character taking a flamethrower, shoving it up a soldier's ass, and pulling the trigger.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah.
And it's got like Sherlock Holmes in it at one point.
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes at one point.
Sherlock Holmes at one point.
I don't know. This one was odd.
Yeah. It looks beautiful. It seems like one of the a mix between like Revolutionaries and BioShock Infinite, kind of, just because it has that in the cloud style art motif, and then at the same time it has that, but surrounded by metal, you know. And it seems very dark and grim. So I'm excited to see more from this, but don't know what it's gonna be. I actually don't know who made this, so we're gonna find out who made this. Enlightened Robot Entertainment. Let's go see what they did.
I'm not really seeing anything.
Yeah, let's go see what else they have. But they are Russian. It's good to know.
Explain some of the art.
Yeah. My name is Yosefi Krakowski. Yeah, no, it's just bringing up just that game, nothing else. But unsure. I would have to do more in-depthness. But even still, Nazar seems to be very glory kills, but in 2.5D, and I'm here for that. It's a pretty game. It's got from the opening, the music was pretty on par. It's marvelous looking. Like, it doesn't seem to be so bad. Graves the video game. And then last but not least, what I kind of want to show you is, you like escape rooms, yeah? We never really had a chance.
I've never done one.
You never done one?
No. Lauren's done one.
I've also never done one, but
I heard we have I saw an advertisement for one the other day. They've got one now that's fairy tale themed.
oh, yeah. I would like to do that. I would like to do that a lot. It's just they're probably like what, $60?
Yeah, they're not cheap.
Yeah. But this one's called Dying 1983, and what it is it literally plays like a Resident Evil game where it gives you your little inventory system on the right side, but it adds the surrealism of...
That's you.
Yeah, that is me. The surrealism of... Oh, what is that game called? Dark Deeds Don't Die. Something like that. It's one of the sweary games that is super surreal.
Okay.
It actually pulls away. Age of Empires?
I don't know.
Kind of, but I think that's Microsoft.
I mean, it's Microsoft now. It wasn't originally.
Oh. I liked Age of Empires too. I played that shit for days. Holy crap, I just got a lot of chocolate on that drink.
So, Assemble Studios, Forgotten Empires. There's been a lot of companies that have worked on Age of Empires. A lot. You pulled this up and you were talking about how this game looked, and the joke I made was it looks like Half-Life but with textures.
And I said, I hate that you're right, but you're right. Because it does look very similar to Half-Life in certain areas, like the Half-Life Episode 1 when you're going through the prison area. I was like, that looked like it, almost down to a T. And then you had the Combine sewers, and I'm like, these look much better than that, but it looks so similar. I hate how fucking right you were about that, though. But it's mostly they give you like these set pieces of rooms to escape from, and I always like a good little puzzler trying to figure out your way out, but on a time limit. And then you can see that they tried pulling pieces from Resident Evil more so because they give you that pistol, the Glock, that literally is your straightforward pistol. And then you get something called death threats where every, I think it's 10 minutes, something gets sent after you that you need to stop, and then you get another 10 minutes, and so on and so on. I don't know about the whole cut about it, but I'm here for it. I don't know what this is about.
I mean, it's a little teapot.
Short and stout?
Exactly. There's the handle. There's a spout. It's literally a video of a guy shooting a teapot until it got smaller, and then shooting it again until it got so small he collect it, and then gas pumped into the room.
Yeah, as one does.
Interesting. And now this person's just letting themselves die.
Yeah. Oh, and it's filling up with water, too.
All right, what do we got next? So this was the Gamescom stuff that kind of stood out.
The other thing was this Borderlands Sea of Thieves crossover. I'm happy that 2K is letting everyone touch their stuff, but
when you say it that way, it sounds so dirty.
I'm not wrong. They got Claptrap barrel on the front, so it's some pretty good stuff.
How do you feel about the fact that the voice actor for Claptrap is not going to be voicing Claptrap in the movie?
Really?
Yeah,
oh, that's right.
Jack Black.
That's right.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Like, I love Jack Black, but just like let the voice actor of Claptrap do Claptrap. Like,
yeah,
it's still an anime character.
But the Mayhem event lasts for another week from now. So if you got Sea of Thieves and you feel like grabbing a couple little bits and pieces, go ahead and grab them.
I have to re-download it if I want to grab this stuff.
I don't want to grab this stuff. I have it downloaded and I don't want to grab this stuff. Badoop. So, holy crap, another one.
The Tokyo Game Show's one of the next big events coming up. So this is going to be online, and they've actually gone through and they've broken it all down rather nicely on their website. So they're saying that this is the official programming for it. So we've got dates of 9:30, 10:01, 10:02, 10:03. So for starting at 9:30, let me go back up.
September 30th.
Yeah. So we're going to have, I mean, you can scroll. It's the same thing on there.
Oh, okay.
So we've got just the online opening, which is probably going to be about an hour-long introduction to everything.
And be aware, this is I've noticed already a couple spelling errors. It seems that they didn't grab a good translator for it. So
yeah.
I'm not knocking them on that because this is straight up from Tokyo.
Yeah, it's a Tokyo Game Show. So, and then you got the keynote for what game is this?
And none. It's just basically just talking about it. It's like their opening thing.
It's still part of the opening. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. And then you got Gamera Game Now Tokyo Game Show. I don't know what that means over there, but the first thing I immediately think of is the turtle.
Yeah.
Like that's my go-to. But it says it's a Chinese indie game publisher. So doing.
I know they did like a tactics game. Like I want to say they did it like a tactics game that I really got like not fell in love with, but enjoyed looking at, but never made it.
Was
to
it the
States.
Dyson Fear program?
Oh wait,
because that's their big one with 1.5 million copies sold. They're going to be talking about some stuff there.
Yeah, this one right here. I think if YouTube wants to be a little bit better. Yeah. This is the one that I was like looking at, and I was like, I love tactic fighters. I've loved Final Fantasy Tactics since I played it back when I was like 12.
Well, they're saying that the popular sci-fi management game Dyson and Sphere program is starting its to prepare its largest major update since its early access release, and so they're going to be talking about that and some of the plans, as well as Warriors of the Nile 2 and a bunch of other stuff.
That's what that was. Warriors of the Nile, it seemed, because
Yeah.
that looked very Egyptian themed. Or maybe this was, because holy shit, what the fuck was... Oh, that's fucking Jojo Anubis. What the fuck? Yo, Tioka. Hey, Seto. Just fucking Jojo poses. What?
Also the Joker. If you want to see what he's freaking out about, because he's gone off script now. Gamera Game actually has a bunch of stuff that are coming soon for the Tokyo Game Show special.
No, this was last year.
Oh, this was last year's?
Bear!
Okay, well then this is all completely useless to us and we need to move on.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So then they've got the King of Fighters 15 special program, which will be available in English.
I do enjoy King of Fighters. It's just... King of Fighters 13 kind of turned me off the game. 14 I heard was a little bit better. I just never got it. So I'm excited to see what 15's got in store.
And then you got SK Telecom Games, which says they have a lineup of action-packed games for all ages.
I believe they did... I don't know any... Oh, no. Yeah, I'm not going to listen too closely for it, because Neoverse, when we got it on Game Pass, I downloaded it because I'm a fan of action card games. No, Neoverse can stay right where it is.
Not your thing?
Oh, God, no. It was very confusing. It's mealtime.
Yeah, it's mealtime presentation. So they're going to do some gameplay and main features and game modes and competitive play for that one.
Oh, good.
And then you're going to have an Xbox live stream. Konami's going to reveal some information about Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel.
We're not getting any more Silent Hill. We're not getting any more Metal Gear. We're not getting anything else. We're just getting Yu-Gi-Oh!
No, they want to shoot themselves in the foot as much as possible.
Cool.
And then we're going to get Spike Chunsoft. Chunsoft? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Which will be bringing a bunch of game information as well. D3 Publishers is currently undecided for their live broadcast. Then Capcom's going to do an online program, information on their latest games. And Eurokill Special. I don't know this one. You're more of the JRPG and stuff like that.
So Eurokill is murder mysteries, but from the perspective of just a normal, average, everyday person that has no leeway. Like, I'm talking not like Sherlock Holmes, where they could be like, "Hey, detective, I need you to search that thing." Mm-hmm. No, they are just normal fucking people, not able to go to the crime scenes. You have to figure it from the outside.
Interesting.
And there's more like instead of it just being a plain Jane like murder mystery style thing.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to set that down quietly and it didn't work.
I know. I was just like, just do it. It's a little bit more demonic possession, and that adds in a card. But going back up to the Spike Chunsoft, for those who are listening, the games they helped out make were Danganronpa, Jump Force, and a few others.
You weren't too impressed with Jump Force.
No, Jump Force not so much. Apparently, it's gotten better, but the main one is probably Fire Pro Wrestling and Danganronpa. Those are their big hitters.
Leading into day 2 of the event, there's some more of the TGS stuff that's marked as undecided. There's supposed to be some sports stuff, things like that. There's a Sense of Wonder night. It says, sense of wonder when everyone sees the concept of the world at the moment they see it or hear the concept. I'm not entirely sure that this is a proper translation.
No, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a quick crack at the 2021 real quick. Oh wait, back it up. I'm going to take a crack at what was there, because if I can take a look at what they've done, because they seem like they want to lean more toward visually stunning games. They don't seem to want to lean toward, what is it, gameplay over actual art, but they want to keep the art still really high up, so it's not that big of a difference. Then again, looking at the screenshot, not exactly helping us. Oh, I've always liked this kind of art style where it's like VVVVV.
It's Mega Man.
A little bit Mega Man-ish.
Okay. After that, we've got Undecided stuff, and then a HappenNet game showcase, which is an 18+ only one, which is interesting.
Let's go see what we got for them.
I mean, I figured we'll have to probably do a breakdown once everything comes across.
R-Type Final 2? Okay, so these guys worked on R-Type, which is, think Galaga style.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it racing? Because there's two different R-Types. No, I was right. It's Gunner. Oh, that actually looks really nice. Yeah. I could get down with this.
Well, they haven't actually announced what they're showing at this one yet, so
Okay.
we'll see what happens there. And then 505 Games has some upcoming title showcases. Again, we're going to have to wait until we see more.
Yeah.
We can just look at their past stuff, but that's not going to help any.
Yeah, you're right.
Square Enix is doing a presentation, or Square Enix, which will be nice to see. I'm kind of excited for that. And then Bandai, which is interesting because the image is for something else.
Yeah, for Idolmaster, which
Okay.
So Bandai Namco doesn't do just like Dark Souls or Elden Ring.
Well, no, I know they
also
do a bunch of other stuff.
When we went to that arcade for my vacation, that one game where you had to touch the screen and do all that, that's what that is. That's what Idolmaster is.
And then we get
So-
some more undecided ones throughout this night.
Yeah. Oh, and Sega Atlas is also going to be doing an announcement, which hopefully we see some more stuff from.
Maybe doing an
Maybe.
announcement. It's set in the undecided mark.
Right, and I mean, an hour and 50 minutes. I'm hoping they fill that whole entire thing.
Then day 3, HapNet again, and then Tencent. So,
Tencent's bought a lot of stuff, so we're going to be seeing a lot of really interesting mobile games. We're going to be seeing a lot of very interesting actual games. So this is actually, I might actually pay attention to Tencent because there's a lot there.
and then we're also going to get the Japan Game Awards on that night.
Oh, nice.
And then Lilith Games, who has Warpath. They're doing a new game release conference. We've got some more
It looks
undecided.
like an old event. It looks nice.
Some more undecided stuff after that.
Gung Ho.
More Japan Game Awards.
Wait, Gung Ho. What does Gung Ho work on? Oh, Puzzles and Dragons. One of my mobile games. Okay, I was like, Gung Ho, that sounds familiar. Oh, yeah, that thing I play. Wonder what they're going to be doing for an hour and 50 minutes.
Maybe
Okay.
they're launching a new game. I don't know yet. I mean, it's undecided, so they may not even show up.
Fair enough.
And then, like I said, more Japan Game Awards, Games of the Year division.
Oh, Koei Tecmo.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know what that one is, so you can touch on that one.
So Koei Tecmo does just a lot of like old. Well, they have two very interesting verses. One of waifu games, and then one of old school, Dynasty Warriors. What do they call it? The Edo era style fight'ems that you can literally fight 300 people at once as one person. That kind of style of games. Koei Tecmo also does other style of games as well, such as not really featured here, but let's see here. Koei Tecmo. Nioh. They also did Nioh. The old Attack on Titan game, Hyrule Warriors. They've worked on a lot of really interesting games. Fatal Frame.
Okay.
I forgot they worked on Fatal Frame.
And then next up on the list after that is Konami with a different set of stuff. So it won't be more Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's still not what you're hoping for.
Wait,
So-
what is? I want to know what that. This looks like it's just gonna be like a romancing game, and I'm not here for that.
It'll be launching the 20th of October on the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, it
what
is a
looking like.
romancing game.
Yeah. So. And then after that is another undecided for DMM Games.
I don't know what they want.
Then the final night, some more undecided spots. New S Games new ARPG arrives, and new expedition starts.
So cool, an action RPG. I'm
Yeah.
curious. I mean, it looks pretty interesting. Can I blow this up? Please be bigger.
That's what she said.
Oh, I love this art. This looks fucking cool. I'm here for this.
And then after that is the Japan Electronics College. Then Arc System Works.
It's just going to be mostly Guilty Gear, I'm assuming, just because Strive just launched, and I don't know what else they would probably want to push out right now, but Strive is so far being a very solid game. If you go onto Twitter and look up Jacko Pose, I guarantee you're going to reach a dark side of the Twitter.
Let's not do that.
Let's not do that, but I'm just saying the Arc System knows their audience and pushes that limit because they also support that trending. Yes. It was trending, Quincy. 4 days ago, that tag was trending.
Yeah, see, I don't say on the dark side Twitter, so I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to continue my happy little existence.
In your little hole?
Yep.
Okay.
After that, we got some more Game Awards. And then here's the big part for the AAAs. So the 110 industries, anything under that umbrella, will be doing its AAA productions on that final day. It's only a 50-minute slot, though.
Interesting. So it's going to be...
Ooh, shit, that was an accident.
It's going to be a lot of big names in a short time.
And then we got...
NCSoft.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't know. They've been in the dark for a while. Like, NCSoft has done, like, Guild Wars, but... Like their last push, I think, was like a Guild Wars 2 expansion. I don't think they've.
Well, based off of that news article right there, don't open it, but they're apparently being sued for misleading marketing. But
what?
I don't know. Oh. But yeah, and then Gung Ho's got another undecided, and squeezing in for 50 minutes, Ubisoft.
Okay, probably to promote Far Cry 6.
Probably. It says Ubisoft 2021 online TGS special program.
So they might be pushing something else, maybe. I mean, I'm hoping there's something else with it because this is gonna be four very strong days.
Then AK Racing presents, and then Right Flyer Studios.
That I like the look of it. Heaven Burns Red. Like that name sounds so cool. Let me get a big look at this photo. Neutral, like it looks cool, but I would want to know more about what the fuck this is.
And then Genshin Impact skin, it's a full 50-minute spot.
Yeah, they've been bumping a lot of their updates. They've been pushing them up instead of back. Mm-hmm. So we should be getting a few extra bits and pieces for those who play it. I fell out of it just because I feel like my builds weren't as good as the Twitch streamers. So I just was like, I'm not going to waste my time working on builds that don't matter to me right now. But there is... did you ever play Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yeah, I had the first one.
Okay.
I didn't get into the DLCs and the sequels.
The main character, Aloy, she's going to be in Genshin Impact.
Interesting.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise.
The next one is Finger, which don't. I cannot find anything that seems safe for work.
Oh.
Because that is a term that can go in a very different spot.
That is. Okay.
And then we got Grand Saga, who's currently undecided, and then the ending of the Tokyo Game Shows.
So it's going to be just the highlights. Cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's 4 days worth of stuff. It happens between episodes, so we'll come back with what stuck out to us from it. But the other reason why I want to talk about this before we leave the Tokyo Game Shows, so for this year, they will be doing the shows starting September 30th, supporting VR headsets. You have to have an Oculus Quest 1, a Quest 2, an Oculus Rift, or an HTC Vive. The Oculus Quest owners will have the option to stream the VR version natively through their headset in addition to PC. The website also details the specifications required to run the VR version of the showcase. The Oculus Quest owners will have to have an internet connection of 20 megabytes per second or higher if they plan to run the show native on their VR headset. If you're using a different headset, the website also has more details for it. It's kind of cool concept of like making it, VR, so it's like you're there. I'm just not sure how into that they're going to get, or if it's just going to be like they're playing a bunch of videos just in front of your eyeballs rather than in front of on your screen.
Well, I mean, I'm hoping it's like one of those things that you get to like,
kind of
dawdle through and like, take a look at the booths, because when I went to I think it was GameStop Expo. They had like for the Yakuza when they were promoting. I think it was Yakuza 7. It was either 0 or 7, but they had like a whole thing that looked like Kamurocho Street all the way down, and on each end they had people doing the handouts for napkins, because that's one of their little memes that they have is, please take a napkin, be safe, take a napkin.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is fucking primo. That is mint. If you can do that in VR and have like your promotional booths be that spectacular, fucking do it.
I definitely think that there's space for a full virtual con.
Yeah.
Make it feel like you're walking on the floor and allow companies to get a little bit more creative with their marketing and whatnot. And then you could also have digital swag bags.
Yeah.
Maybe an MP3 or a background.
Or something, if you pre-order the game, you get something else for being at the con as well.
Yeah, or you can print something up if you wanted to or something.
Yeah.
The digital comic. The normal stuff that you guys have no issues giving away for free, now digital, so you're not wasting resources.
Right.
So, but yeah, Tokyo Game Show, like I said, it's going to hit between 2 episodes. The first day is right after an episode. So
that next episode will be briefy.
yeah, we'll see if there's anything big to talk about. Maybe we'll talk about some of the awards that we're giving out too. I have a feeling it's gonna be a calm award season. I mean, you don't have. I'm spacing on the name. I was gonna make a joke and I lost it.
Oh no, sorry.
Game that just came to Game Pass. Everyone loves it. It's Greek themed.
Hades.
You're not gonna have Hades to steal all the awards, and you don't have
that one that got last year. So good news, it won't be for.
Yeah.
It can't do 2 years in a row.
and you don't have GTA or
Red
Dead to steal all the awards
Or
because
Last of Us.
you react to weather, or your horse does. So this will be an interesting year of awards for the different companies. So we'll see what goes on. All right, do your thing.
Shoe news. So I had a real rough time finding shoe news this week, but luckily Quincey spotted one out of the corner of his eye. Reebok.
I'm cool like that.
Yeah, Reebok Instapump and Jelly Belly.
Which pair of Jelly Belly? Go.
Butter popcorn.
Oh, that is the worst one.
It's the only one I like.
Oh my god, it's disgusting. That is the worst of the flavors.
I mean, I got to take like 4 or 5 into a handful, and I pop it in the mouth, and I'm okay with it. Sure. You say the worst one, but there's black licorice out there.
That's pretty bad too.
Yeah.
Those two are tied for like the worst spot. For me, it's the cappuccino.
Worst or best?
The best.
Oh, okay.
Cappuccino is by far my favorite. They're few and far between in the bag, since normally people get them for me as like a birthday gift or a Christmas gift by going to like a candy shop. But doing that's expensive, and so whenever people do that, I'm always like, "Thank you," and then I really try to make them last and not burn through all of them. I actually had a year where I felt bad because the last like handful got hard because I waited too long to eat them.
I'd say just eat them, enjoy them. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but I want to span it out because it's a pain in the ass. Like Lauren bought a bag of Jelly Bellies, and I've had maybe 5 cappuccinos, and she saved them for me.
Oh.
Yeah. So these shoes, though.
Oh, these shoes, though. They are messy.
First of all, they're kind of open on the side.
They are kind of open on the side.
There's holes that lead to your foot.
So if ever you walk in water, that your foot is soaked.
No running in the rain.
Or stepping in puddles, or hell, even a light mist would get in there.
Yep. That's going to be a very wet foot.
I actually have something to mention about that, but I'll do it after. I'll mention that after the shoe news.
Go ahead and mention it now, because we're going into things that are non-gaming after this.
Fair enough. So, Myst. I downloaded it, I started it up, and I got immediately frustrated. They kept the original voice actors, and I'm happy about that. But what made me mad is the 1993 version had FMVs of the actors and their faces, and like put the filters over it to make it look like digitized.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's cool. This one is CG. And annoying. I was not a fan. I was like, you ruined what made Myst. You kept the voice actors the same, and I'm happy about that. You brought over the audio, touched it up a little bit, but
I wonder if it's likeness rights issue.
I mean, so I believe. Don't quote me on this, but as far as I believe, it is the executive producer of the game and the director those two are Cirrus and Achenar, and then the owner of Cyan Games is Atris. So you literally have the three that are the visual representations are literally the ones who made the game.
So this right here says that the developer is Cyan, publishers is Broadbund, producer is Laurie Strand, designer is Rand Miller and Robin Miller, artist is Robin Miller and Chuck Carter, composer is Robin Miller. So I'm just pointing out, not seeing the people you referred to.
Cirrus and Achenar? Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I just hold on. Let me open up new tab.
And Rand Miller and Robin Miller were the founders of Cyan, and the key people is Rand.
Cirrus was played by Robin Miller. Achenar was played by his brother Rand. In Revelation, the brothers are played by someone else, but this was the original. So yeah,
Okay.
It was Robin Miller and Rand Miller.
Or maybe they just didn't want their faces in the game anymore.
Huh.
I don't know. I'm just winging it here.
That's very
Just thinking of like possible reasons why they would change it.
I guess. But yeah, see, it used to be literally just their face in just digitization form because they were trapped in books.
It's looking like if you want to blame anyone, this was done for Oculus Quest and Oculus Quest 2 released last year before they brought it over.
Yeah. It bums me out that they did it like that, but it's still missed.
It's still Cyan too, so I mean, maybe that was their decision. I mean, if it's the same studio.
Yeah. Okay, back over to the shoes.
Yeah.
Okay, so back over to the Jelly Belly. With the open sides, it has that weird pump, the thing that fills that area up, and it's got like little green paint splotches.
Yeah, there's nothing about this that says Jelly Belly to me.
Yeah, no. Well, Jelly Belly's always had their packaging be this bright and vibrant red and yellow, so I could see that being the main in your face. You know,
I mean, right now it looks like it could be a Nickelodeon alarm clock shoe.
Yeah,
you know, like it says Jelly Belly on the back.
Did Lauren ever say she had one of those?
I think so.
Yeah.
It says Jelly Belly on the back right there. It's the logo, but I mean the mascot's not here. He's not on the tongue. It says Insta Pump on the tongue. Like it looks more like a Nickelodeon shoe than it does.
Yeah, the bottom looks like a Nickelodeon shoe or one of those insoles from Dr. Scholl's.
Yeah. So I mean,
neutral.
Yeah, they just came out today. I don't think we have a price.
Negative Ghost Rider, but let's go.
Which is interesting because they were released today.
Yeah, let's go check the. Oh, the website's not good.
Okay.
Let's go check eBay. Oh, nothing on eBay. Cool. Today's a good day. Today's a great day. So, in short, they are a limited supply. Oh God.
$62.
$62.
Oh, that's not the same Jelly Belly. Never mind.
Today's a good day.
Who is it? Reebok?
Reebok Insta Pumps. Let's see if I could just. Okay, now is it working? Cloudflare.
Yeah, when you go to Reebok's website, it doesn't bring them up.
Well, yeah, because it's. Oh. Okay, I finally made it to Overkill, but guess what? Page not found.
Yeah, these shoes don't actually exist anymore, it seems. Interesting.
All right, well, at least we brought you the pictures of what they look like. Ooh, these are actually pretty nice looking. Well, the top row were.
Well, that was the shoe news, guys. Sorry it wasn't better. Oh, he's losing over NBA Jam shoes.
From downtown. Booyakasha. Up, Air 44. But good to know that they work on all these different types of shoes. But I would probably get these, real talk. I hate Chucks. Chucks cling to my ankle and make me feel so uncomfortable, but I would probably wear those.
I've never owned a pair.
Chucks?
Yeah.
I haven't either.
And when I was a kid, it was Walmart shoes until I started wearing Vans, and it was Vans until I became an adult and realized I needed arch support.
I'm probably leaning toward that because DCs are no longer being able to support me anymore.
I mean, you could always pull out their sole and put a different sole in.
Right. That's just damn. All right, here's your whole cup of tea.
DC Fandom. So they did Fandom last year, and it seemed like a really cool event, and I did not pay any attention to it like I should have. So this year, I'm ready. I've signed up for it already. I'm going to be I'm not part of it, but I'm going to be there for it. So we got 44 days, 13 hours, 58 minutes, and 26, 25, 24 seconds, 23 seconds, and counting down. You can actually, if you go to their website and you punch in your age and they let you in, you can sign up so that you get emails, but you can also add it to your calendar, which is kind of a cool thing. They dropped a little bit of what to expect from this one. We're going to get a new trailer for the Batman, which, considering it dropped its original trailer at last year's DC Fandom, that'll be interesting. We're going to see some of the Black Adam stuff.
With The Rock.
The Rock. So this will be October 16th, which is...
I got you, homie.
Yeah, I've already started that.
Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah, it's Saturday, so we'll be able to watch it all and then come to you guys with all the exciting information. They got a nice poster for a bunch of this stuff.
Let's see, can I blow this up? I sure can.
So the DC Fandom Lineup is going to be a bunch of different stuff. They're going to be talking the Batman. They're going to be talking DC's League of Super Pets, which I do believe is somewhere on this poster.
Yep, right over here.
Yep, there you go, Crypto. Fun fact, Crypto the Superdog could definitely kick Superman's ass. Someone did a whole video about it on TikTok that was really interesting.
I mean, TikTok finds out all the weird shit you don't want to know, but when you find out about it, you're just like, fuck, they're right.
Yeah.
Because when they were, I believe we talked about this literally last week about how Spider-Man is holding back all of the time.
Yeah.
And then when you finally realize he could just kill everyone.
Could.
It boggles your mind for
But
a
he's better
second.
than the Punisher and won't do that.
Well, yeah, because Punisher says they're going to keep doing this unless I do this. So,
Yeah, whatever.
Sorry, Spidey. Brat.
Chill, Jason Todd.
Brat.
Even Damien stopped killing people.
I mean,
We're going to get our first look at Black Adam, a sneak peek for The Flash, which I'm meh on because it's The Flash from the Justice League movie. We're going to get some behind-the-scenes stuff for Aquaman The Lost Kingdom, which I'm on because it's Amber Heard. Shazam Fury of the Gods stuff, which has officially finished filming.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I need to watch Shazam.
I've heard it's amazing. I have not sat down and watched it. I've really kind of ignored a lot of the DC stuff that I might sit down and get a little more into.
You know what? Ever since we saw Suicide Squad, I was like, maybe.
But it's a diamond in the rough, I think.
Right, that's
because
what I'm
I have
too.
seen Batman versus Superman.
I also have. And I
Loved
was...
what? Goon.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm assuming you mean Shazam.
It is Shazam.
They're also going to be doing some television stuff. Legends of Tomorrow will be hitting 100 episodes. There's going to be a new season of Sweet Tooth, a new season of Superman and Lois, and a bunch of other stuff. There are also going to be doing some sneak peeks of upcoming episodes of Stargirl, and there's going to be some HBO Max stuff going on as well. For instance, the limited event series of Peacemaker and DMZ.
I'm excited to see that because after Suicide Squad...
Yeah, Shazam.
Yeah, okay. After seeing Peacemaker and John Cena and how he portrayed this character, it made me interested in it. And me and DC, as I've always mentioned, have never gotten along until now. Like, I am now leaning more toward it.
There's a lot of good in DC.
There's a lot of good in DC. It's just...
They've been dropping the ball.
As you've mentioned, a diamond in the rough.
Yeah, they've been dropping the ball cinematic-wise.
Cinematic-wise, but animation or comic-wise seems to be their origination.
I mean, even video game-wise, the Arkham series, I know you're not a fan because you don't like that style of game, but that doesn't make them bad games.
Oh, no.
It's not your style.
That's not my style. That's correct.
I will say the third one was the Batmobile fucking simulator, but whatever.
I did finish Asylum.
Mm-hmm.
It's just... when I heard City was better, I was like, I'll get to it. If I can... I mean, shit, I'm almost done with... what I feel like halfway through Valhalla. And I'm like, then I see the big map and I'm like, oh no, I'm not even like a 10th of the way done.
So an interesting thing, City is...
And I think that I'm going to have the same problem with Arkham City. Real talk, where I finish a whole bunch, but I'm not done.
City's bigger than Asylum, but the great thing is because it's story-based, it's not much more story-based like you than something like Valhalla. It kind of keeps you moving. It really just depends on, do you want the 100% or are you going to find all the Riddler trophies, things like that. But because it's all story-based, it's like it keeps you moving and kind of steers you through things.
Yeah.
Also during it, you're investigating murder scenes that I'll just let you know. It's Hush.
Is it really?
He's hinted towards throughout the game.
Oh man.
There's some good story stuff in those games.
Okay.
But like I said, they're doing TV stuff, so we're also going to get some sneak peeks at the new seasons of Titans and Doom Patrol. And then as for gaming, they're going to do some stuff on Gotham Knights and the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And then they're going to do some animated stuff as well. We're going to be looking at some Aquaman King of Atlantis, which is supposed to be a limited series. More stuff on the new season of Harley Quinn, and Batman the Caped Crusader, and Young Justice Phantoms. I love Young Justice, so I'm always excited for more Young Justice. I don't know much about Batman Caped Crusader, but as there is not currently a Batman animated series going on, I'm not surprised that this is coming.
Yeah.
Then there's going to be a bunch of comic book stuff, of course. They're going to do a whole thing to honor Wonder Woman at Fandom. They're doing a spotlight on the upcoming Wonder Woman titles, Wonder Woman Historia, Nubia and the Amazons, and Wonderful Woman of the World. There's going to be some big Batman stuff, too, with Batman Fear State. And then they're going to be doing... the whole thing virtual to where you can watch it either through their site, like what we have up right now, or you can do it through Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
Yeah, this is a different Flashpoint. Because I remember seeing Flashpoint Paradox, and I was like, I saw the animated thing, and I was like, oh, that's actually really cool. But this cover is fucking mint.
I think I have this one downstairs.
Do you?
I think so.
Oh, nice.
I could be wrong.
Well, it's a 5-part series, and they give you the first 3 for free.
Yeah, there's a bunch of free stuff, or not a bunch, but there's some free stuff on the DC fandom page for you to read some comics.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Wally, yeah?
Barry.
Barry? Okay. But Barry just running so fast that his clothes it's tearing him.
Obliterating him.
Yeah, it's tearing him apart. I might actually want to read this. And I haven't read a comic in a short while, but this interests me.
So yeah, there's some pretty big stuff there. And before we leave DC, also we are getting the feature-length animated Injustice movie, which has its official release date for Blu-ray and digital being October 19th.
I liked Injustice as far as like story-wise, having Superman finally say, "I'm tired of dealing with humans. They are below me."
It's because of what the Joker does.
Yeah, they are below me. They're gonna stay below me. I love these covers for Sandman too.
So it will be based on the first 2 games.
Nice.
All right. I do believe that is it for DC.
That's a fucking lot, though. Close. And now over to the Marvel side.
Yeah, so over here on Marvel, this is just the rundown of their upcoming comics. So, I mean, you can scroll down and we'll see more, or you can get the timeline up, and I'll scroll down on my end, and we can cover them.
Okay.
So we got the Devil's Reign. This is coming from, Chip Zdarsky and Marco Cecchino.
Chip Zdarsky and Marco Cecchino. Unknown. Sorry about your last name.
Yeah, sorry about that. We're doing that. That one's going to be...
So, do you have any idea on what Devil's Reign is, or is it something new?
So they say all hell has broken loose in the Marvel Universe as Kingpin finally declares all-out war on the heroes in Devil's Reign. Having set the stage in the Eisner-nominated Daredevil epic, the far-reaching crossover event finds Mayor Fisk, outlawing all superheroes in New York and unleashing intel on all the dark secrets while putting Daredevil, Elektra, Captain America, Iron Man, Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, and more against his Thunderbolt agents. But in the end, who will reign?
All right, I'm down for that. That actually sounds like a really interesting one because I do like Daredevil. I didn't think I would, but I do. And having him basically fight for Hell's Kitchen again and again, but this time it's probably going to be one of the ones that's defining all 6 of these.
I once bought a poster for a friend. Big, long thing. And it's supposed to be that, like, ninjas came in and filled everyone with arrows and just killed all the heroes. And you're just seeing the bodies of these heroes just laying all over the place, dead with arrows. Except for Wolverine, who's laying there pulling one out of himself. and Daredevil who's standing there untouched because he dodged all the arrows is essentially the concept. And it was by far one of the coolest Daredevil things I've ever seen. And then we got Avengers Forever by Jason Aaron and Aaron Cooter. That one is set for December 2021. The future of the Marvel... wrong spot. Sorry. Yep. Marvel Comics Avengers Forever pulls together archaeologist Tony Stark, a.k.a. the Invincible Ant-Man.
So this is an alternate universe.
Yeah. And Avengers from across the multiverse to bring order to timelines where hope is a 4-letter word. Both the Aarons present an all-new series that will redefine the Avengers as the multiverse's mightiest heroes.
Okay. So we're getting basically kind of what's going on with Midnight Sun, kind of, where it's pulling together all the differences again, but in another light.
Yeah, but the Midnight Sun one focuses specifically on supernatural.
Yeah. But even still, it's bringing in more multiverse things. Yeah.
Then we got Timeless, Jed McKay, Kevin Walker, Joe Bennett, Mark Bagley, also for December. The future of the Marvel Universe is here, and Timelines is where it all begins. When a threatening new timeline emerges, Kang the Conqueror must fight his way through the coming year to protect the main 616 timeline he's worked centuries to solidify as his own. They're saying they're going to provide some first looks at what's coming in the Marvel Universe in 2022 in a story that will prove the future is timeless.
Very nice.
And then when we rolled into 2022 for January, we're starting with the X Lives of Wolverine and the X Deaths of Wolverine. Benjamin Percy, Joshua Cassara, and Frederick Vicinita. That's set for January.
Vicenti. Vicenti.
Okay. I'm bad at this.
Vicentini?
House of X and Powers of X ushered in the first Kronak age of the X-Men. Now Marvel Comics X Lives of Wolverine and X Deaths of Wolverine will test the best there is at what he does before any mutant can survive the second Kronak age. Which saying that they tell tales about what happens to Wolverine when his past meets his future.
Wait, past meets a future. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, I kind of see that already because if you look at this font,
it literally flips it upside down to make it because X Lives is on here, X Deaths is on the bottom.
What I was gonna say is it kind of reminds me of the Cable.
A little bit.
And then we got She-Hulk for January as well. That's Rainbow Rowell. And I don't know about the accent mark on the E. I'm going to go with Rose Antonio. So this is Marvel She-Hulk. Throws the book at Jennifer Walters as she tries to put her rage-filled days behind her and return to prosecuting law in the defense of the innocent. But when a friend from her past comes knocking with a mystery she can't resist, She-Hulk gets back to bashing.
It's Clobbering time.
That's the wrong person.
Yeah, I know.
And then Fantastic Four Reckoning War. This one's set for January as well. This is Dan Slott, Carlos Pacheco, and Rachel Stout. Saying that Marvel Comics Fantastic Four Reckoning War is an epic saga over 15 years in the making. The original Secret War of the Marvel Universe has been reignited, and every living being in the reality is in danger. For we are really at our day of reckoning.
Good.
Have you ever read Secret War, the original?
You showed me a little bit of it.
The actual original era of the black suit, Spidey's black suit. And then lastly, I scrolled too far. All right, we got Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. It says top secret over the people who are doing it. Set for February of 2022. Linnell Lafayette and her lovable 20-foot dinosaur are back in Marvel Comics Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. But but what shape will their partnership take in this exciting new era? Keep your eyes peeled in the coming months for more news about the next adventures of the biggest brain in the world that will send dino-sized shockwaves throughout the Marvel Universe in 2022. Moon Girl and Dinosaur Devil will bring new meaning to the term Marvel Team-Up in a tale that promises to shake your world. I find it interesting that they're not showing us
the artist or
the writer for it. Now, what I found really interesting about this is when we were back at the top, we had the timeline. So it looks like they're showing the comic eras the way they've been doing the MCU.
So this is cool. When it takes place, or when it's being released?
Oh, these are when they're being released.
Okay.
But I still think it's a really interesting concept that they're kind of adapting some of the things they've done for their movie announcements into their comic announcements.
Yeah, I'm happy for it.
Goon says he demands a team up of Moon Knight and Moon Girl and the Devil Dinosaur.
Yeah, why not? I mean, I've never heard of Moon Girl. Do you have any of that in your?
I do
course?
not. No.
No.
I haven't bought anything new in a while, and so that is not any of my old stuff.
Oh wow, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur heading to TV.
I probably have a free comic book day one of this because I've definitely seen her before. But I haven't bought anything in quite some time comic book wise other than the last Ronin and Static Shock. So
yeah, the Static Shock one had a great cover.
It did. So that's it on Marvel.
Because you know me and my covers. Boop boop. Look at that dinosaur. Look at how happy.
Big old dino.
Look at how happy.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up here with some Paramount news.
Some of the bad news.
Yeah, so Paramount has decided they're going to move around a bunch of stuff again. Top Gun Maverick will now open Memorial Day weekend next year, so pushing it back again. It's actually moving into the original release date set for Mission Impossible 7, which will actually get pushed back to August 22nd, which is 3 months later. On top of all that, Paramount has also delayed Jackass Forever to next year, despite doing a lot of advertisement for it in the movie theaters.
Yeah, we saw one during Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I've seen it during all the movies I've been seeing lately. It's literally, I think, a preview on every film I've seen.
Jesus.
And then, so that one's going from October 22nd to February 4th. They're saying these delays come from them being worried about how numbers are going to do in the theaters. On top of these delays, Clifford the Big Red Dog, its release date of September 17th has been removed and has not been given a new date.
I was also looking forward to Jackass Forever, super, super hard, just because, as you mentioned, they've been promoting it, and that interested me because I do enjoy, watching the whole crew do their thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, minus a few of the members, and they will be missed. But having a whole new crew to take over, and then I'm wondering if they're gonna sign something with MTV with the new crew to basically keep going with the show.
I mean, MTV's owned by Paramount, so.
Yeah, but I meant just opening another show though.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's a lot for them to go through. I feel like they like the movies. With those delays, Sony has decided that they're going to take that pre-Thanksgiving release window that has opened up from Paramount and drop Ghostbusters Afterlife there. So they're actually delaying Ghostbusters Afterlife by doing that by a week. They're moving from November 12th to November 19th. Yes, again, we did hear that Bam isn't coming back. From what I understand, just what I've gathered, they want him to sign a wellness contract because he is slipping back into addiction problems, and he refused to sign it.
So,
but I mean,
it's something simple to do, but he doesn't want to do it because he feels.
How many WWE stars have we seen not pass the wellness thing and get fired?
Looks over at Brock Lesnar, looks back. Many. He failed 3 and still manages to get back in.
That's because he's Brock Lesnar.
I know. Yeah, and I'm glad they want to protect. Yeah, I want him to be protected. In the trailer, he literally, Knoxville goes, how's that $1 million smile treating you? And he takes out the top plate and he just gives a really cocked smile. And I'm just I would protect that smile. Real talk. I don't want Steve-O to be replaced by anyone else. And if Steve-O wasn't here for that, if Steve-O Knoxville or the big guy, Presley, the big guy, if those three weren't going to be a part of it, I would have probably said no. Bam wasn't really a make or break. Glad that there was an actual talk to.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have like Wee Man and all the other staples. Who was the one who had honey dumped on his head?
I can't remember his name.
In the trailer.
I've never been good at remembering all their names.
Yeah, not either. But in short, I'm excited to see it when it decides to pop out.
Yeah. I do find it interesting that
You have a date?
For Jackass?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was February.
February? Okay.
I do find it interesting, though, that with delays like that Sony's decided they're just going to push Ghostbusters back by a week. I know it's the release week, putting it closer to Thanksgiving. Maybe they're hoping people have done with their traveling and they're going to go see the movie. But it's very odd. Very weird choice. So we'll see what happens there. Now, despite all those delays, I do have news about Paramount doing some new stuff. The chief programming officer at Viacom CBS Streaming, Tanya Giles, has talked about the fact that on a Paramount Plus panel that they're doing some new stuff. Giles confirmed the first two movies of Trey Parker and Matt Stone's South Park deal.
Okay.
Will be coming out before the end of this year on Paramount Plus. So they'll be dropping 2 South Park movies this year. This is a part of a 14-movie deal where they will be dropping 2 movies per year.
I'm actually impressed. I am actually impressed.
So, yeah, 2 South Park movies coming to Paramount Plus this year, with 2 more every year for the next 6 years after this one.
So every 6 months, they literally say we take, I think it was 23 hours total. Yeah, they take 23 hours total between storyboarding and finalizing episodes because they're so easy to produce.
Yeah. So, yes, 14 is what I said again. So there's 4 months left in this year, which means we're going to get 2 of those movies probably right back to back, since they're saying 2 by the end of 2021. So I'm assuming we'll probably get the other 2 closer to the mid to end of 2022. But yeah, this deal is supposed to push all the way through 2027 with a total of 14 movies, 2 per year.
So this is going to be hot. So if they're wanting even a quarter of the budget from regular movies, because
they don't need it though.
That's what I'm saying. Bigger, Longer, Uncut was I think they asked for like 14, and they were like, we spent most of it on just nonsense.
I'm pulling it up right now. 21 million is what the budget was on Bigger, Longer,
and
Uncut.
how much did it make though? 83,
yeah.
So it was a success, but they spent most of that budget on nonsense.
I mean, they got a lot of famous
music
people
and license and all that.
music.
Yeah, I get it.
There's definitely production value in the all the instrumentals for the music and whatnot.
The parody genre makes the money.
But did you know that it had was number 3 behind Star Wars Episode 1: Phantom Menace and Disney's Tarzan?
Did it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Over the 4-day Independence weekend of when it was released in 2,128 theaters.
Wow.
An average of almost $7,000 per theater.
That's not bad.
But yeah, so they're making these ones for Paramount Plus.
Exclusive?
They'll probably do DVD releases, digital sales eventually, but they're probably going to start out exclusive to make it to where, oh, you want to see this? Looks like you got to get a membership. Oh, you saw the first one, your 30 days is up, and now the second one's coming out.
Pay up.
Type thing.
I mean,
It makes sense because they...
How much is it? 15?
I'll pull it up right now.
Okay.
But I mean, it makes sense because there's not a lot pulling me to Paramount Plus right now.
Right.
Let's see.
That's 1 week free trial.
Oh yeah, they only do it 1 week.
Wow. So you can. So when the second one drops, that's when you watch both of them at once for your free trial, and
Right.
then make your decision. Because I mean, we talked about it. We talked about what it includes. We talked about how it included, what was it? Student discount, Nickelodeon stuff, old school, certain things. But then you came in on the back end. And literally today you had mentioned that it does have some of those things from Nickelodeon, such as like Drake and Josh, but it has either specific seasons or it has
Missing episodes
from seasons because of certain.
And it's not just like
licensing.
that with Drake and Josh. It's like that with a lot of the shows
Yeah,
on there.
and you mentioned SpongeBob, such as with like the
canceled
Raid,
episodes.
and the episodes they will no longer air because of things.
So it is $4.99 a month is where it starts out, and they do have the 25% student discount.
Okay, I was right. Good.
So it's just like, I don't know. Like for me, there's just not enough.
There's not enough content for you.
There's not enough original content for me because the concept is like there's Picard, which definitely I'll go and watch. There's something called Evil, which I haven't heard anything about. There's The Stand, which I won't watch because it's Amber Heard.
What about Lower Decks?
Lower Decks, I'm going to give a shot, but I'm not like dying for.
Fair enough.
The Good Fight, I don't know anything about it. Why Women Kill, that's probably more one for Lauren because she's into that whole murder thing. And there's iCarly, which I'm like, bless you. I'm iffy on. I watched the show a little bit when I was younger, but I don't know that I care enough for today. I mean, those are the things they're advertising for their originals.
Is there an arrow in the... No, there's no. So that's it.
That's not it. That's the ones. Those are the big ones they're advertising out of their originals. They did the Camp Coral. They're doing the new Rugrats.
Okay.
I don't like that Dill Pickle's gone.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, Tommy killed him probably. It's the timeline. It's the timeline where he says, "I'm gonna kill you with this baby food." You want your nanas? Take the nanas.
There was the new SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run. Like I said, there's a lot there.
But there's a lot there, and I mean, with this new content that they're pushing with this, who's to say that instead of the new Jackass, like as soon as the Jackass movie is all done, and they wrap, and let's say it does exceedingly well, who's to say that they won't be approached again? And Steve-O goes, hey, Knoxville, let's go ahead and start pushing our shit for Paramount Plus.
Not saying they won't. I'm saying Knoxville's getting old.
Oh, yes. He's 49. Because they made mention of it.
Make the joke in the... Yeah. I mean, they've moved certain shows from being on cable to being originals there, like Drag Race All-Stars.
Yes.
All-Stars is now considered a Paramount Plus original, even though it was originally on, what was it, VH1 or something like that.
Yeah, VH1.
And there's a lot of content there, but the thing is, you need originals to keep me interested, because otherwise I'm going to start going, am I seriously going to pay $10 a month or $5 a month or whatever your subscription is to get the stuff that I could probably just save up and go and buy and own forever?
Or DVR it.
Or DVR it or whatnot. Like, that's one of the reasons why I'm still sticking with Disney Plus, is because they've got the Star Wars originals,
all the Marvel stuff.
originals.
Speaking of which, I really need to watch all the What Ifs.
Yeah, we haven't sat down and watched them yet either.
Sox has been giving me shit.
From my understanding, it got pretty dark with the newest episode.
I've heard that also, but I don't know nothing about nothing, Lord Jesus.
So, I think the South Park move is the smart move.
Yes.
There's also another tier for Paramount Plus, which is a $10 a month or $100 annually, which is ad free. So on the $5 a month one, you do get ads. That's the other thing.
So the funny thing about ads is when you watch something with the ads, you actually pay the excess. So they're still getting the $10 a month just through the advertisement views. Yes. So, I mean, it's fine. Hulu does it. Who else does ad watching? Pluto,
but Pluto's free.
Pluto's free, but they'll earn their money.
Does Discovery Plus do it?
I think so. Wait, no, that's Disney Plus add-on, isn't it?
No. Hulu, ESPN, and Disney is the three in that. Discovery is its own.
Oh, then, yeah, I don't know. I know Disney Plus doesn't have commercials.
Disney Plus doesn't have commercials. ESPN...
Netflix does not have commercials.
Yeah, Netflix doesn't have commercials. ESPN has some.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, with Hulu, if you pay enough. But if you do the bundle on Hulu, you can do the bundle where you're getting ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, and Hulu all, and the no commercial version of Hulu. So.
Okay.
Oh, Peacock. Peacock has commercials.
Yeah, which is they only have the ad one, right? Was that what we talked about earlier?
No, Peacock's got a free version.
Oh,
or not a free version, but an ad-free version. Yeah.
Even still, no one bought into it because, as we mentioned before, not a lot of content.
They made a big move though. All of WWE's there now, including the pay-per-views. They shut down the WWE
network.
Streaming service, the network, and moved it over.
I mean, but is that really a good thing for NBC to do? I mean, I'm happy that it's there.
I mean, you've got the entire WCW, ECW, WWF, WWE, all their reality shows, their animated shows, everything.
Okay. And
HBO Max now has its own commercials.
and it's mentioning that it's
It starts out free with commercials. Then you've got the $4.99 a month, and then you've got the premium, which is $10 or $9.99.
Yeah. Okay.
They do have.
I guess it would be worth it if you wanted to go back and enjoy old wrestling.
Plus, it's the only place you can watch The Office now.
Really?
Yeah, they took it off of Netflix and moved it over to Peacock because NBC owns it. Friday Night Lights as well. And then they've been doing all the Psych movies are originals on Peacock.
You liked Psych.
I'm a huge Psych fan, and so this is the only way I can watch Psych or watch the movies.
Okay.
So you got to have the original, otherwise you're old Netflix.
Stupid.
And old Netflix had to start doing originals to become
Relevant.
a bigger deal than it was.
Yeah.
But that's it for this week.
That is it for this week.
We're done.
And then next week, it seems like it might be a little bit smaller because there's not a lot.
Well, we have a pay-per-view to talk about.
We'll have a pay-per-view to talk about. Yeah, we'll talk about the pay-per-view.
Yeah, we're going to watch the AEW pay-per-view. CM Punk's first match with
I'm
AEW.
so excited. You have no idea how
Against
excited
Darby
I am.
Allin.
Darby Allin.
And there's rumors that a couple people might show up.
Yes. I was.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right, guys. You have a great one. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell a friend, tell an enemy.
Tell a friend of me. Yeah.
If you want to support some charities, go grab the Humble Bundle partner that we got there.
Yep. Down in the description.
And we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.